You owe back taxes. It's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 866-761-0959. 1-866-761-0959. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately. Call this special tax hotline today for free info at 1-866-761-0959. That's 1-866-761-0959. 1-866-761-0959.
Hey folks, if you're like me, you don't place a whole lot of trust in today's media for the real truth and facts regarding the volatile world of finance and politics. When I want the real scoop on money, I go to the most trusted source I know, my good friend and colleague, Bob Cardoso. Bob is a noted financial expert with a PhD in international finance who airs his nationally known and syndicated show, Robert Cardoso Live, every Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. With Bob, you'll get the right information at the right time, firsthand, from someone who knows his business and can help you make the right decisions concerning yours. Bob airs live every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live, or you can choose any one of his archive shows at blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live. That's blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live. For complete and honest commentary on politics, finances, and culture, check Bob out. You'll be glad you did.
You can catch all our show archives at theconservativesyndicate.net. The Conservative Syndicate. Real conservative talk from real conservatives.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is Joe Hakos here on the Conservative Syndicate. Again, welcome again. We are here. It is a nice middle of the week, nice day, and there are a lot of new stuff going on today. One of the big things that's going on today, and this is kind of, let's just say we really should start to be concerned about this. Although the Obama administration is downplaying it, they're not really making any comments about it, of substance anyway. But the Islamic State, ISIS, has decided to issue a fatwa on Pamela Giller, who had our little Prophet Muhammad cartoon contest over the weekend in Garland, Texas. And they singled her out, and they have threatened her, basically, how do they put it, slaughter her. Hold on, let me real quick pull this up. I have to make it scroll, which makes it more difficult, and I'm doing this behind my back. It's really amazing how I'm doing all this. It's amazing, the contortions going on. No, come on, really. It's not that hard. But in their statement, ISIS said, our aim was the Ganzir, or it's translated loosely into pig. You notice how they don't like bacon, but they're going to call Pamela pig. That's their way of insulting her, by the way. Now, Pamela Geller, and so our aim was the Ganzir pig, Pamela Geller, and to show her that we don't care what land she hides in or what sky shields her. We will send our lions to achieve her slaughter. End statement. Thank you, ISIS. Yeah, the problem with it is not only did I threaten her, and Pamela, to her credit, she expects this. I mean, one of her guests there that night he's already been threatened because, he's from Denmark. And so they've threatened him for years now. And Pamela, remember Selden Rushdie, Satanic Verses, that individual who had a death sentence placed upon him. He went into hiding for years. And so Pam's already said she's not going to do that because, well, for one thing, if she does, well, they win. Period. I mean, then they win because they thrive. As I read Andrew McCarthy's little piece last night, that's what they thrive on. That's what they want. They want you to capitulate to them, be afraid, and stop doing. And so they win. They want you to do that. They want to tear down every little bit of liberty that you have when it comes to this. And we have people out there in the government and in the media actually agreeing with blaming Pamela Geller for doing it because it was provocative. It really did. She provoked them. She provoked them into driving 1,000 miles from Phoenix, Arizona to go there and come out with their guns blazing. Thank goodness Pamela had enough sense to hire a little extra security. And then, a little proper planning goes a long way. And these guys forgot, they weren't driving into Paris, France either. They were driving into Texas. And there's something about Texas and guns and people protecting themselves seems to work out well. They have a little bit of common sense there. Although this was a school-owned thing, so I don't think there were many guns on the inside. But Pam made sure that there were some folks on the outside that had guns and were ready and willing and able to go ahead. Obviously able to use them. So, yes. The scary part is the Post also on Tuesday, that would have been yesterday, folks, said ISIS had 71 soldiers in 15 different states ready at the word to attack. Yeah. And in 5 states, they named, actually, of the 15 states, they named 5 of them by name. So if you're listening, if you're listening in the States anywhere, you should probably be just kind of pique your interest a little bit and pay attention. Be more aware of your surroundings. And if you're going to any cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad contest, you might want to be aware these guys might be out there and they might be upset with you. Just like they're probably getting upset with me talking about it, but that's okay. Too bad. But anyway, those states were specifically named were Virginia, Maryland. Nothing's happened in Maryland lately, has it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where Baltimore's at. Sorry. And really sorry, people of Maryland, and especially those in Baltimore, those law-abiding citizens in Baltimore. My heartfelt sympathies go out to you. And prayers, actually, too. So just keep that in mind. Illinois is one of the other states. Michigan, Dearbornistan, is our friend. Ron Edwards likes to say. Ron Edwards from the Edwards Notebook. And, oh my goodness, California. Yes, California, once again, is on the list. I don't know why, but, California's out there. And they've made the list once again, California. And what I liked about it, and Pam's attitude towards it is just outstanding. Pam says, "You know what? Go ahead, because I'm going to do another event anyway." She just says, "All right, I'm not going to play this game. We're going to have another event. I'll let you know where it's at. And we're going to do it." And you can, and guess what? I'm sure if Pam has another event, whatever it might be, and it will be designed for free speech. And is it going to be provocative? Well, I don't know. I don't believe she's going to go and rent out a mosque and do it in the middle of a mosque. I believe she's probably going to do it in some public venue. So how provocative is it? I'm sure you'll probably have to have some sort of invite to go there. It might be open to the public, but it's not going to be out there like this event was not in some way provocative. How did she provoke these people to get them to go drive 1,000 miles and then come out with their guns blazing? Just in November, I think it was, in the same location, the Muslims were having an event in the same place. There were people out front disagreeing with them, speaking loudly carrying signs, etc., but nobody was out front shooting at anybody. I mean, this is a free speech. This is the First Amendment. This is we the people, as it started out in our Constitution, unlike some other constitutions. And we should probably get our friend out again and have her come out and tell us, Chris Ann Hall, and tell us more about the Constitution. Maybe that's what we need to have more, so people understand what this Constitution says. But it says we the people, and we have a right to peacefully assemble. We have a right to free speech, and we have a right to this. And it's not the equivalent of yelling fire in a crowded theater or anything like that. We know what's going on here. Oh, they weren't going to like it. Well, you know, they didn't like it when they did the Jesus stain thing with urine. I'm sure Christians and Catholics and whatever did not like that. You didn't see them going stupid and run up or start to catch people on fire, behead them, chop their heads off, and all that foolishness. So this is not about provocation. This is about using common sense. This is about our freedoms, our liberties in this nation. You want to have that kind of life. You want to be able to do those kind of things. Well, there are countries out there that allow you to do that and get away with that. Stone the homosexuals, stone the women, quote unquote, adulterers and that kind of thing. Well, you can go to that country. That's over there in the Middle East, in the Saudi Arabia, etc. And you can go over there. You can live that way. But here, United States of America, we have a Constitution. And the First Amendment of that Constitution, the first of the 10 called the Bill of Rights, says we can do what Pam did the other night. And we should be able to start doing it, and should be able to do it, and always should be able to do it without worrying about some couple nut jobs come driving 1,000 miles with quote-unquote assault weapons, whatever they are. I don't know. They might have been, I don't know, pink guns. Who cares? They were weapons, and they were ready to fire them. In fact, they did fire them because they did injure the off-duty security guard. And thank goodness he's going to be okay. So, anyway, so Pam's going to do it again. She understands what's going on. It's amazing that our Homeland Security folks and our FBI guys had the one guy in their sights before, quote unquote. Judge said you didn't have enough to hold him. Let him go. He was obviously, it's just a matter of time. I don't care what his friend said. Oh, he was peaceful. I don't know why he wanted to do all this. Well, obviously, and the excuse is he was misread by Islam. It's not how it's supposed to be. Well, obviously he got these ideas from somewhere, and we'll see if we hear more from our friends in the Federal Bureau of Investigation as they do the forensic search of his computer equipment, etc., in his house in Phoenix, because that's where they're going to be coming from, into Phoenix. So it's a pretty sad state that this has happened once again, but it is the first time in this country that ISIS has called out and taken credit for it. Although the Obama administration refuses to admit that, it doesn't really surprise me that they do. But we'll probably hear more about it later. It will probably be much later, probably in the next president's administration. We'll probably find out more of what's going on, because it's seemingly this administration doesn't really care about transparency. They're not going to tell us. The FOIA requests were supposed to be reduced every year. Well, no, that's not happening. FOIA, Freedom of Information Act requests. Sorry, I forget sometimes folks might not know what that is, but that's what we're talking about. So this administration isn't as transparent as they need to be. So we are quickly coming up on another break here on the Conservative Syndicate. So once again, I'm Joe Hakos. This is the Conservative Syndicate. We have to pause to pay some bills, and we'll be right back after we do that.
You can catch all our show archives at theconservativesyndicate.net. The Conservative